Events over the last 18 months have demonstrated the need for digitisation and transformation to cope with rapidly changing circumstances. Recent Fujitsu research highlights that modernising legacy applications is one of the most important digital initiatives that will support the overall business transformation agenda. But organisations struggle on where to start or how to build a business case. In this session, we'll explore how organisations can successfully navigate transformation with modern applications such as SAP S and digital technologies to deliver accelerated value. I'm joined by Jeren Main to share insights. Jeren, welcome. Jeren, let's start with how you see organisations progressing with their business transformation strategies post-COVID.
So COVID has played a significant role in the business transformation journeys and practices that companies have had. It's really disrupted them. So any plans they had have gone out of the window, frankly, or they focus on survival. But what we are now seeing are organisations that are looking at where to begin. And frankly, a lot of them don't know where to begin. It's very confusing for them. And they often don't know what technologies are available, how mature they are, and where they fit into the overall roadmap that they might have. And some of the studies that we've done, the work we've done with Longitude, has shown that 70% of customers out there don't actually have a digital transformation strategy defined at the moment. And of the 30% that do, only 10% are actually executing against them. So overall, that's only 3% of the marketplace. So there's a lot of confusion out there, and the biggest barrier really is, for customers to understand, where do I start, where am I on the journey, and what are the steps to actually get me to where I want to be. And actually, customers do recognise the importance of that. 50% in our survey recognise the need to execute, and they recognise the need to execute to be competitive in the marketplace.
What are the main priorities you see organisations focusing on?
I think what customers are trying to do is understand, as I said earlier, the roadmap, and the priority really is to understand what are their biggest challenges and where do they start. And some of those are really immediate, so we've seen a lot of customers struggling with supply chain issues, and so they're quite obvious. Other situations might boil down to how easy it is for customers to buy goods online from them, or omni-channel approaches. So what it really boils down to is actually looking at their processes, looking at the business challenges, understanding the technologies available, how we can bring those together, and also, frankly, looking at their legacy applications and understanding where do they play. Do they need to be upgraded? Do they need to be retired? Do they need to be made cloud ready? So there are lots of components within this that help our customers start to work out what's important and what journey they will take as a result.
Modernising business applications is highlighted to be one of the most important drivers for business transformation strategies. How can SAP S play a fundamental role here?
Yeah, you make a really good point. So our customers are very much looking at the moment in the whole debate of digital transformation. They're taking a long, hard look about their core applications and how fit for purpose they are. And some of these applications are 30, 40 years old in the case of SAP. So they're looking at them to understand, what place do they play in their application estate moving forward. Do they need to upgrade them? Do they need to make them cloud ready? What are the processes that interact with those applications? Have they got the right security around them? In the case of SAP, obviously clients are looking at S/4HANA. It is a notion of a digital core, so it's been actually rewritten and created for the digital age and allows customers, therefore, to really execute their digital transformation journey with their processes, with their platforms, all brought forward together.
Many organisations struggle in building the business case for S. Where do you see the value, and what advice do you have for these companies?
Yeah, it's been a big problem. It's been a really big problem for SAP customers and, frankly, SAP themselves. And I think the main problem has been that customers have looked at upgrading to S/4HANA as simply an upgrade. And frankly, if they do that, there's absolutely no value. They will find that they've spent a lot of money, in many cases millions of pounds, simply moving from one application to another to do the same thing. The real vantage, the real business case resides in the digital technologies. And as I said earlier, if you're looking to adopt those digital technologies, it allows you to do things in ways that you haven't been able to do previously. So for instance, during COVID, many manufacturers need to understand the supply chain. Even at the moment, we're going through difficulties in supply chain. So understanding detected changes in the supply chain early on and being able to then understand that and make alternative provisions is really important. But again, as I said, those new technologies create data that needs to go into a central system. And actually, when you start to look downstream at the value that brings to you, that's where you'll find the business case.
There's a lot of buzz in the market now around RISE with SAP. How does this all fit together, and how is Fujitsu supporting this initiative?
Absolutely. So RISE effectively gives our clients the opportunity to actually bring together both their platform, the application, and also the application management, as well as software licenses into one overall package and a subscription-based model. So there's no doubt that it actually gives customers a lot of flexibility when they're looking at the traditional license model with SAP. It allows them to actually move some of that licensing over to the new digital technologies on offer from SAP into one overall kind of monthly subscription, as well as some additional benefits around Ariba and Marketplace. So customers are finding that really valuable. Fujitsu are answering that by its own offering, which brings together all of those, including our intelligent asset management, application management processes, to be able to actually help our customers on that journey, if that's the right thing for them to do.
What value can Fujitsu add when helping organisations through their business transformation strategies?
So Fujitsu understands that in terms of digital transformation, it's not just about the new buzz technologies out there. It is very much about all of those things that come together. There's a symbiotic relationship now between the platform. Often customers are moving to cloud, the application, as we said, intelligent ERP, and those new digital technologies. So Fujitsu is a world leader in all of those, and we understand the complexities of the integration of all of those put together. We also have a global presence, which is increasingly important for our customers in the current world stage today, and how we're operating with extended supply chains. So fundamentally, we're able to offer and bring together all of our expertise, our knowledge into some really attractive offerings to our clients. But more importantly, we're here to work with our customers. We don't do things to our customers. And I think that pragmatic approach really resonates with them through helping them on the digital transformation journey.
And finally, Jaron, can you give us some real practical examples?
Yeah, so we've been working with a customer that is a manufacturer that has been looking at some of the challenges in the supply chain and gaining greater visibility. So we've been working with them so that they really do start to see the supply chain extended down and forward in the ability to be able to make changes to their sourcing and procurement strategies as and when we start to see some challenges in their production environments.
Jaron, thank you very much for your contributions there.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching.